She's someone who touched so many people.
More than just a teacher and a friend to me. She was more like my hero.
What really stood out about Elizabeth was her personality and her smile.
Always thinking of others. She was always thinking about the future.
Someone who was just a ray of light.
A luchadora, meaning warrior.
Like when you would walk into BAE, you immediately knew that she was working here.
Elizabeth and I became friends at BAE. She took my class, and of course, like everybody else, I noticed her gorgeous feet.
She had one of those voices that she could be all the way down the hall and you would know she was here. And I mean, specifically, the children that went to BAE, whether it was the older students or the babies, they just gravitated to her and they just loved her.
I first met Elizabeth during summer dance camp at Ballet Academy East. We were in the craft studio and I walked in and I didn't know anyone there. And then for some reason I was just drawn to Elizabeth. She took my hand and walked into the craft studio and introduced me to everyone. I didn't even feel like an outsider anymore. Ever since then, Elizabeth and I had been inseparable. She kept taking care of me. She even taught me how to swim.
Talked about Latin dance, her love of Latin dance, and my wanting to be good at Latin dance. And I just said to her, we were practicing one time, and I just said, you know, I don't think I look like you doing this. I feel a little bit white. And she said, well, Julie, you are, but you know, that's okay. So we would, you know, talk Latin, and she told me how she wanted to be in West Side Story and In the Heights, and she got to do that.
Bienvenidos a Washington Heights. That means welcome to Washington.
And she was looking amazing. I remember she came to see me after the show and my entire cast said, who is that girl? She's beautiful, she's stunning. They could just see that elegance that she was.
Elizabeth knew from her own personal experience how much joy and how much drive she got from her dance. And that was what she wanted to share with children who were going through what she was going through. She started an organization called Dancers with Cancer. And one of the goals of the organization was to give children the opportunity to find the joy of dance through classes, through dance therapy, children primarily who were struggling with health issues and with cancer.
1 week before she died, she texted my mom to say, happy birthday, and her conversation with me basically went like this. Hey, I miss you. And then I said, are you gonna be okay? And she said, yeah, I'm gonna be fine. And I said, are you sure? And she said, don't worry, with red hearts. And that was the last conversation I had with her.
She's a beautiful dancer and beautiful person, and she did give a light and an energy to BAE and made it glow. Made it joyful for the kids and for all of us working here. I just say blessings for her, on her and her family.
It still hurts me now. And I cried that whole day, and I'm still crying now because I miss her a lot. And I still miss texting her, and she was really one of my best friends, and I miss her a lot. Okay.